Celta Vigo with 2 points.
What's up, guys? It's the Carp here, and welcome back to the Real Madrid Career Mode. It's going to be episode 16, and today we are starting off with a match in the Champions League against Fiorentina. Not sure if it's home or away. Okay, so it is at home, so it should be an easy match, theoretically. But still got to go out there and win it. Pogba's thanking us, and okay, so Nacho's fine. Happy with starting last match, but he is going to go back to the bench now that Carvajal is back. Carvajal was out with a suspension, but he's back now, and we did lose the last match 2-0. It was unfortunate. Not really a match that I was expecting to lose 2-0. Don't think it had anything to do with Nacho starting, but hopefully we can bring things back. Isco, our key center mid, is still out. He's going to be out for a while. I think 3 months is how long he was out injured, and that he did that in the first match the second match of the season against Atletico Madrid. So he's still going to be out for a while. So our midfield is not as strong as it was before. It's higher rated technically, but Isco really had an incredible season last season. So we're going to be missing him for a while. But Dybala is up to 89 rated. We still got Ronaldo on the left, Bale on the right. Incredible midfield and backline, De Gea in goal. We should really be winning most of our games this season, and hopefully we can get a result against Fiorentina here. Expecting a big win, but they have scored in the 4th minute. That is really not great. We've carried our away form into the home stadium, but Boateng has made it 1-1. Hopefully we can go on to win this by at least a couple of goals. I mean, this really shouldn't be too difficult of a match, but it's 60 minutes in and still nothing. Oh my gosh, are we actually going to drop points here? 80th minute, 1-1, and the game is over. Wow. I really thought that we would have a better start than last season, but it's not looking like
Champions
that's going to be
Cup.
the case.
Chelsea
Last season,
1,
obviously,
Wolfsburg
at
1,
the end of the season, we were winning
Feyenoord
almost
0,
every single
Bayer
game. We were in amazing
Leverkusen
form.
1,
But at the beginning of the season, we
Juventus
were
0,
drawing or
Zenit
losing every other
2,
match. And so far, it's
Real
looking
Madrid
like that's what we're
1,
going to do this season.
Fiorentina
We
1.
really do start slow. I mean, we've already got a couple of losses under our belt, which is not that great. But we are still, still second in the league, joint second. Obviously, it's really early in the season. That doesn't really mean much. But we still should be expecting to go through in our Champions League group as well. But we've got a match here at home against Eibar, and I'm going to start our reserve team here, given that we have a match coming up very soon after this, and it is at home, so it should be relatively easy. We're going to start with, let's see, who do I want to start? I think we might actually go with Llorente there. Yeah, we are going to go with Llorente for this match. He's not going to go Cam, though, because we're going to switch the formation around. But yeah, obviously Isco would be starting, or someone would be starting, based off of how Isco was doing. Isco would be our starter, so normally we'd have, James in this team. But obviously Isco's out, so we need 3 reserve center mids, and Llorente is one of those. I just switched the formation. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Kovacic is going to be in there. He's got that down arrow still. He's been out of form for a while now, so hopefully he can bring that up. Pepe, Nacho at the back. We're actually going to get in Varane, since he's no longer starting in our main team. Same with Marcelo. So there we go. We're going to be resting our entire first squad, minus De Gea, but I mean, he's in goal, so he doesn't really need that much of a rest. Yeah, that's the lineup we're going to go with in this next game, which should be pretty easy. It's at home, but I mean, we thought the same thing about Fiorentina. Eibar are, a lot lower quality, though, no offense to them, than Fiorentina. So hopefully we can get a big result here. We need to bounce back from that draw at home. A draw at home is like a loss, and Kovacic putting us 1-0 up early on in the match, and it's still the only goal of the match so far in the first half, but hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more. There we go. Vasquez made it 2-0, and looking for that 3-0 victory at least. It's 2-1. We've scored a 3rd goal. Ronaldo off the bench. Not necessarily what I was hoping for. I wanted at least a 3-0 win, realistically. But I mean, after drawing at home, I'll take a 3-1 win against such a weak opponent. I mean, at least we won the game. It's more than we can say about what happened against Fiorentina. We do have Real
La Liga.
Betis
Granada
in the next
2.
game. Mexico wants me to be their manager. No thanks. So, this is an away match. This is going to be much more difficult, and we're going to start our full strength 11. Most of them have rested. You know, a few of them came off the bench last game, but they should be good to go. And I'm hoping for a result here. Let's end this streak early on. You know, last season it took us like 5 or 6 games into the season of away matches to really get into form. Hopefully we can win this away match against Real Betis. They've just scored a goal, though, Sanabria, making it 1-0 to them, and that's just not great. Same thing as what happened last season, and I really did want to replicate this portion of last season. But it looks like that's how things are going to go down. Still 1-0, and they've made it 2-0, and that's game over. Yeah, it ends 2-0, and that's just a bad result against Real Betis. Not really that difficult of an opponent, and we're struggling away already.
Atletico Madrid
Betis,
3.
though, I mean, they are in
Alagar,
second place,
1.
so maybe they're
Celta
going to turn around this
1.
season.
Barcelona
and finish
2.
higher than they usually do.
Real Betis 2.
But
Real
still,
Madrid
a team we
0.
should be beating.
Valencia
and Asensio's
2.
actually in bad form
Granada
for
1.
the first time in
Now
this
let's see
career
what
mode.
effect that's had
So we are
on
going
the
to
league
start James
standings.
ahead of
At
him
the top
in
of the
the cam
table
position. We're
remain
going to Cruz in
Barcelona
there.
with 13 points. In second,
So
Real
hopefully we
Betis
can
with 10 points.
win this next
In
game.
third, Real
Bilbao
Madrid
at
with
home.
9 points.
De Gea's in bad
In
form
fourth,
too.
Granada with 9 points.
We're going to go ahead and start him,
In
though.
fifth,
He's our best
Levante
keeper by
with
a
7
mile.
points.
So that's
In
the lineup we're going to
sixth,
go with.
Villarreal
Hopefully we
with
can win at
7
home.
points.
As long as we can win
In seventh,
most of
Atletico
our home
Madrid
matches, we
with
should be
7
all right.
points.
But we're
In
not
eighth,
in great form
Valencia
right now at
with
all.
7 points.
You know, we're coming
Bottom
off
of the
the back
table,
of a
Malaga
home draw
with 1 point.
and then
And then reading up the
another
table,
away
second
loss.
bottom, Rayo
So
Vallecano with 2 points.
hopefully we
Third
can turn
bottom,
things around
Celta
here
Vigo
and get a
with 2
result.
points.
Athletic Bilbao
Fourth
is not the
bottom,
easiest opponent in the
Sevilla
world,
with
but they're
2
not the hardest
points.
either, and they
Fifth
fucking
bottom,
scored in the
Eibar
third
with
minute.
4 points.
Oh my god. I'm too old for this shit. 1-1. Dybala. Alright, I'm not going to get, like, too overly excited. It's still 1-1 at home. In a game we should be winning pretty convincingly. There we go. Dybala's made it 2-1. Just keep that result. Don't concede. There we go. Okay. We've won 2-1. It's not an amazing result, but we have got the 3 points. They scored in the third minute, which is just not great.
La Liga.
We really need to turn
Barcelona
this form around
3,
soon because
Real Sociedad
if you keep
0.
going, you know, a couple of
Granada
months into the
1,
season before you start
Celta
like
Vigo
getting
1.
the wins, you know, at that point
Espanyol
it's pretty hard
3,
to turn the season around.
Eibar 1.
But
Real
hopefully
Madrid 2,
we'll see some improvement
Bilbao
here. We have an away
1.
match. This is a good test.
Villarreal 2,
You know, our away form
Sevilla
pretty
0.
it pretty heavily dictates
So
our
what do
home
those
form.
results mean
home
to the
form
league
even.
table?
You know, if we're winning our
At the
away
top of
matches,
the
we're always
table
going to be winning our
remain
home matches.
Barcelona
So
with
hopefully we can
16
start
points.
that now against
In
Feyenoord.
second, Villarreal
in the
with
Champions
13
League.
points.
Still
In
0-0.
third, Real
Not
Madrid
that much
with
time's
12
passed. They've
points.
scored the first goal.
In
That's
fourth,
probably like the fourth time in a
Espanyol
row that
with
we've conceded
12
the first goal of
points.
the match.
In fifth,
We have equalized there
Deportivo
through
La
Pogba,
Coruña with
and
10
halftime
points.
just started. They
In
scored a
sixth,
penalty.
Granada
It's 2-1.
with 10 points.
Oh my
In
god,
seventh,
we're actually
Real
losing the
Betis
game.
with 10 points.
This is pathetic.
In
That ball
eighth,
is scored, but it's
Getafe
still
with 10
2-2.
points.
And
Bottom
it's
of the
looking like that's
table,
how it's going to
Rayo
finish. It has
Vallecano
done.
with 2
2-2.
points.
Another
And then reading
bad
up the table,
result.
second bottom,
And I'm really
Sevilla
just getting tired
with
of
2
this
points.
already. We did the same exact thing last season, and I really
Champions
wasn't
Cup.
like.
Monaco 4,
I really didn't think it was going to happen again,
Zenit
especially
2.
considering that we've added to the
Ajax
squad. We have
1,
a very strong
Chelsea
squad right now.
1.
You know, on paper,
Bayer
the best team
Leverkusen
in the
4,
world by
Fiorentina
miles.
0.
But we can't beat teams away like that. We got Deportivo here. Another away match, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get the result. Cruz in bad form as well. We're gonna get Kovacic in and see if he can do well. We're gonna keep James Rodriguez in there, and then everyone else is gonna start the same, except for actually, you know, both of these guys are in bad form. Both are new transfers, so we're gonna get in, you know, a couple of the old guard. We're gonna bring it back Marcelo and Varane. We'll see if they can get a better result than the players that replaced them did. So hopefully that's the case. I'm not opposed to starting Marcelo ahead of Alaba, and same thing with Varane ahead of Boateng. You know, I wanted to create some competition in there, get in some absolutely world-class players. So, you know, the world-class players I brought in are not performing to the best of their abilities. So hopefully now the players that, you know, are competing for that first team spot can really prove their worth and put in some good performances. Uh, but it's not looking great because we're 1-0 down again away. You know, it's basically guaranteed at this point that we're going to concede first in the away matches. But we have equalized. Doesn't mean much, though. We need another goal because a draw doesn't really help us here. And they've scored to make it 2-1. And this is an absolute shit show. We've made it 2-2, 85 minutes in. And there's the end of the game. It's 2-2, another draw. And that's just not good enough. You know, the other players I brought in played just as poorly as the old
La
ones,
Liga.
and it's just not going well right now.
Nil, Villarreal
They're not.
1.
They don't have that
Deportivo
down
La
arrow yet.
Coruña
But that
2,
wasn't a great performance.
Real
And obviously,
Madrid
conceding
2,
2 goals isn't
Eibar
great.
1.
We're going to play one more game this
Levante
episode,
0.
and hopefully we can turn it around. It's going to
Let's
be a
have a look at
home
what
game.
those results mean
So
for tonight's
we've
league
got
tables.
the home field
At
advantage.
the top of the
which is,
table
you know,
remain
so
Barcelona
important in
with
FIFA.
16 points.
So
In
hopefully we can
second,
utilize that.
Villarreal with
and win the
16
game.
points. In third,
Probably going to start with a
Deportivo La
pretty similar
Coruña
lineup.
with 14
Just I don't know
points.
who else I'd really put
In
in there.
fourth,
It's
Real
Atletico
Madrid
Madrid
with 13
at home,
points. In fifth,
That
Espanyol
is
with
a
12
tough
points.
We've got Leverkusen a couple days after. So here we go. Atletico Madrid. We're only 4 points off top, but we really need to start picking up the points. And this is a big game to turn things around in. Now, De Gea does have that down arrow. He's conceded a lot of goals in the last few games. So I'm going to do something a little crazy here, and I'm going to start Casilla. And another thing I'm going to do, even though he is, you know, he's still got a slight knock, obviously it's a little risky to play him, but I really think we could use him right now. We're going to start Isco. He's going to go in for Kovacic, and then we're going to start Asensio as well. The duo that did so well last season, hopefully they can be the ones to turn it around this season. And we do need Pepe in here as our substitute center back. We will put him in for De Gea. And there we go. So that's the lineup we're going to go with. Again, a little bit risky, not starting De Gea and starting Isco, who is still on a slight injury, but hopefully it'll pay off against Atletico Madrid. It's going to be the last game of the episode. Let's end it on a win against our bitter rivals. I'm nervous because if we don't turn things around soon, it's not looking great for the rest of the season. And we have scored the first goal of the game. I believe that's the first time in like 5 games that we've scored the opening goal, so that's a good sign. Hopefully we can follow it up. There we go. Bale making it 2-0. That's what I like to see. 60 minutes in, and it's still 2-0. It's looking like we're going to pick up a win against Atletico Madrid. Dybala makes it 3-0, and that's game over. And there it is, 3-0. And that is an amazing result from the lads against Atletico Madrid. Great team to win 3-0 against. Always nice beating them.
La Liga.
So hopefully that'll
Granada,
be the start
1,
of the
Sevilla,
turning point
1,
in the season.
Levante
We'll just have to
1,
wait and see.
Real Betis
Like the
1,
video, subscribe to the
Malaga
channel, and I will see
2,
you guys